Hey, greetings there, everyone. It's GleeCon, and we are back again with another episode of Lore of Warcraft. Thanks for tuning the heck in. On our last episode, it was a long one, it was a doozy, but we finally finished Darkshore. So with the Alliance, we finished all of the Tier 2 zones. We're in our mid-20s, maybe around 26-ish on level. And we finally are going to come back and start working the other end, which is the Tier 2 zones from a Horde perspective. So the first one we're going to do is Silverpine Forest. This is exclusively a Horde zone. We'll be spending some time with Glee Console now for a little while, our Tauren Shaman. Stay a while. And listen as we kick off Silverpine Forest. This is a much shorter zone. The Darkshore, it does have a dungeon. It's capped with a dungeon at the end, but we will be running that. We'll run. Ooh, we have not been. Okay, I guess first thing we're gonna do is some housekeeping. We didn't travel over there. We haven't. Our inventory is just chock full of stuff. So I guess we're taking a peeky poo at all this first before we go. So this is gonna kind of be beginning with a transition. We're level 19, very close to 20. So we'll be heading back here soon-ish. This is Boomstick Imports. I like to use this as a nice repair. Our durabilities. I think it's because the last thing we did was run West Dead Mine. So first of all, what is our job? We're a leather worker here, but let's go ahead and use up our cloth. Either 115 or 125 when you can learn heavy wool. This is definitely. It's a while. It has been a while since we played on this character for sure. 3 whole zones. I mean, like I said, we did do some dead mines in between, but since then we've run all of Loch Modan and all of Darkshore. So it's been a couple weeks probably, because we did 9 episodes of Darkshore, and we did Loch Modan was probably at least a week, so it's really been 2.5 weeks or so. Okay, cool. We got up to 99. Open up the inventory. We'll sell those bandages. I'd never keep bandages when I have a healing person. I do like to keep a one-hander or off-hander. So our current one-hander is a 6.5 with a 1 strength. The 7 agility on the polearm. I mean, remember that we're supposed to be a healer, but as we level, keeping the damage in sight is also not too shabby. Our gold is not the best, but maybe we need to visit, I don't know where we learn daggers, if we ever do. I don't think shamans can ever learn swords. I do think we can learn daggers. Alright, so armor, we did pick up this blackened Defius armor, which is pretty good. 92, 4, 3, and 11 stamina. That's way better than that. So that just puts all of the rest of our armor to shame. We have not added the reinforcement to it yet, so go ahead and look at that. Leather gloves. These are hunting gloves, bind when equipped. Oh my gosh, they're significantly better than the gloves we have. I don't think we even got a run. Let's see what kind of boots. 40 boots compared to these. We just have a bunch of upgrades. I do not remember what kind of run we did, but clearly we received some benefits here. Alright. Yeah, that's also worse than what we have. We have the unsent letter, which we have to destroy that. It can't be used as Horde. That's a leatherworking recipe that we have. Alright, we're climbing back into this character bit by bit. Okay.
Goodbye.
Alright, that's all I'm gonna... Ren's gonna reset in 10 minutes too, so if we happen to be here when there's a Ren drop in 10 minutes, that'll be great as well. Do we have Ghost Form yet? No. Alright, let's, I guess, go look at our cooking. We have tons of cooking we can do, so we'll go up, down the drag. There's a cooking shop right here. We'll start there. How's our fishing? Fishing is 85, that's 17. We're 2 levels behind on fishing. We should be 95. So We've got to do some fishing. Actually, let's do that first. That'll make sure that we're here with Rend. So we'll go over and fish in the Valley of Spirits. The only other thing that we could do in the Valley of Spirits is our first aid, but first aid I think we're okay on, because like I said, heavy wool, I don't think you get that until either 115 or 125. Either way, nothing we can do about it right now. With this character, we will have to eventually make a run where Horde Embassy. I'm trying to remember where one of these has stairs up. There we go. It's in here. A guild. Oh, that's where you get your guild master stuff. If we wanted to make it. I'm on the fence about. Well, crud. About whether originally I was like, oh, I want to make a guild, but you know, in Classic, what's the point of making a guild? Because the only reason guilds exist in Classic are basically
What can I help you with?
to help you, I mean, for the social content, which I don't care as much, obviously not for the purpose of the show. I'm not going to be socializing, I don't know how the purpose of this show, all we really want is, yeah, that's not going to help us. Person just said, where do babies come from? Alright, let's also make sure we're not missing out any quests that take us into Silverpine. Nothing here in Orgrimmar. We'll take a peek at Thunder Bluff also. Serpent Bloom, until death do us part, does. So that means we have to go back to Thunder Bluff. Are you crudding me? Are you crudding me? So, we might as well fly there, actually. Darn it. Wow, so we really put ourselves in a bad spot. At least we can, once we fly there, we can hearth right back here to Orgrimmar. Thunder Bluff in some ways is nice because the layout of it's not quite as big, while Orgrimmar has everything. Thunder Bluff just kind of makes it. It's almost like Iron Forge in it. It's actually mostly like Undercity. Alright, but now we gotta fly there. Sorry, guys.
You haven't lived until you've looked down on the
It's
world
not the
from the back of
longest
a
flight to
wind
get
rider.
there, and I guess we can continue to kind of plan things out. So I definitely have to look at our cooking. So what do we have to do on that? We're gonna probably level up while we're cooking. Boiled clams. We got a ton of clam meat. Oh, because we were spending all that time with the murlocs. So it's not just 17, so we need to buy a bunch of water. Long jaw mud snapper and rainbow fin albacore we need to cook. Sure. And okay, so that's good. First aid we're already a wrap on. Fishing, like I said, we need to do some fishing. We can fish just as easily in Thunder Bluff. We want to do our fishing before we do our cooking. And then skinning. Actually, I kind of glad that we're going here because this will allow us. I want to pick up all the weapons, including pole arms. If we can learn it, I want to pick up all weapons. I don't think I've ever really used a character. So what I'm going to do while we're leveling up is I'm just going to go for overall damage combined with quantity of stats, because everything's useful to our character. If we end up picking up, say, agility or strength on a two-handed weapon, well, that's just going to help us with our DPS, which leans into our PvE and our enhancement side of things. And if we end up picking up, you know, with spirit and intelligence, that's going to lean into our healer side of things. So I'll basically take best player available, best weapon available. But right now when we have almost 3 gold, this is a good time to, I think, do all the weapons. I think it costs a gold to learn pole arms. But we will go in there and pick this quest up, and we'll also at least visit the weapon trainer. We can do our fishing while we're there also. This is our backup set of gear, but I really, before we decide, I don't think they get I mean, we can look it up right now. So, classic shaman weapons. Okay, so learn by default, we have maces and staves. So let's also look at our skills here. What have we already learned? That's a good point too. That's it. We've learned nothing. I've spent no money on this. Now, from a one-handed axes and daggers, we can learn in Orgrimmar, or we can learn the daggers in Orgrimmar as well. So if we go with the specialization, oh, I guess you can get fist weapons. That comes with unarmed. Shields, swords. They can't use swords. They can't use pole arms. Can't use crossbows. Can't use bows. Can't use thrown weapons. Can't use guns. Okay. Good to know. We can use daggers. So, well worth considering. Two-handed weapons. Let's see. One-handed and two-handed are the preferred enhancement weapons. Gotcha. Yeah, you can learn two-handed axes and maces at level 20. So we need daggers and axes is what we need to pay for. We can get both in Orgrimmar, so we don't have to worry about a Thunder Bluff trainer. There is no good Thunder Bluff thing. So we can do our fishing while we're right here. And then we'll go get that quest. So that's good to know, which means that also we can sell this sword and this polearm. Take this over to the side for a minute. So is this dagger better? It's an 8.5, which I like with 2 agility. So that dagger is going to be an upgrade over that. Okay, remember we're trying to get our fishing up 10 points. Okay, and that's actually the very next level we get. We're getting the two-handed axes and maces. That's also great. All right, 86. Trying to get to 95. We neglected this a little while. Okay, good to know. And that's very close too. Is it really at the very next level? Yeah, it sure is. Great for us. Small fish don't do anything for us right now. Can I even cook bristle whisker catfish? No, but maybe I can learn that recipe somewhere. In one of these 3 places I've got to. Now it's saying Rend is resetting, but now we're not in Orgrimmar anymore. Minute, I'm not going to make it back there in time. So just screw that up. Whatever, we're not going to... Okay, so... I don't know where we would get whisker catfish. I want to work on our leatherworking. Actually, this is a good... We should work on our leatherworking while we're here. Because this is the, you know, the capital of leatherworking. So let's take, I guess, maybe when we get to 90, I'll take a peek and see where do we learn bristle whisker catfish. So I'm not worried about Undercity quests because we're going to get that on the way. But until Death Do Us Part is the one we need. That is a Clarice's Pendant. It's a breadcrumb that basically takes you to Silverpine. That's the only quest we have to worry about right now. I've actually come across Black Lotus a lot lately, but they require 210 herbalism. And my druid, that is an alchemist herbalist on my horde run through, she's the trailblazer for us. She's like at 180, 190, somewhere around there. She's not quite big enough, so. Alright, so what did I say? Bristle whisker catfish. Okay, let's take a peek there. Bristle whisker catfish recipe. Probably spelled that wrong. Okay, so it is sold. You can buy it in Thunder Bluff. Okay, so right up here in this central area. So we can learn that while we're here. We might as well take a peek. Is that. Also, like I said, we need to go do leatherworking. So, what about skinning? Where are we at on skinning? As we fully get into this character. We're at 97 of 150. There's nothing you can do. Like 125 is the next threshold. So skinning's fine. So then it's going to really be all about this leather. I can't make any light leather. I don't have any scraps. And I have no hide. Now it's just, what am I going to do with this? My leatherworking is low. I have 20 pieces of leather. That's 3 each. I mean, I can take a peek at these if any of them are better. I don't have that. That's only 1, but it's green, so it's really not even worth building. So the quivers, no, the ammo pouch, I mean, that's a decent one to build for 3. I guess we'll also check our inventory. Belt, no, that's it. So it's that ammo pouch is the good recipe. Now let's look at the different things. This cloak, worse than what we have. A couple more points of fishing were there. 62, we got way better armor lately. This belt at 29 is worse than what we have. Pants are worse. Bracers, worse. That's all going to be worse. But with only 51 leveling. So I need 4 points. So we're going to be building these ammo pouches. So I can definitely build up to 55 at least, but we need to kill and skin. So we have a lot of skinning to do. And that will happen when we're in Silverpine. Great area to skin. Barons is even better. So when we're doing tons of Barons quests, we'll get our... this will catch up. We'll get our love open there. Eventually, skinning is such an easy... It's almost the easiest one to level up over time. Alright, 1 more level of fishing. Okay, so we will probably only learn 1 small new pinch of quests. I'm actually kind of glad we can't learn pole arms because it is expensive to learn pole arms. I don't know why they made pole arms so much more expensive. Alright, so we're going to sell this hammer now. We're going to sell this sword. We're keeping that recipe. And that's good. Okie dokie. That's the Hillman's leather vest, which we need that. That's actually a quest recipe that you need. I'm trying. Oh, maybe it's Hillman's. Maybe it's actually the Hillman's cloak. But the Hillman's leather vest, you can actually, I think you can make that and upgrade it. I think it is a decent thing. Oh, wrong area. We need to be in this circle so that we can get the fishing recipe that we wanted. Then we can visit the cook. Rain sticks. There's the kitchen. That's where we're going to cook right now. A meat vendor. Don't think the meat vendor, no. Totems. Fishing supplier. There we go. Oh, we have to be level 100. Do I already have a strong fishing pole? Well, let's go ahead and buy that too. So now we have a slightly better fishing pole. And yeah, nothing that we will ever... Fishing trainers... Alright, so we need to be level 100 on our cooking, which we'll get there very soon. Look at Ace's kitchen. Remember, we need a bunch of water.
Something special.
Already known, already known. We'll get there. Oh, we could have got it right here, too. Okay, so first of all, let's go down the line. I don't care about this brilliant small fish. Right, we'll begin with the rainbow fin albacore. We have just 3 of them. Get on there. I guess we can see it in multiple places. Alright, now we have got a ton of longjaw mud snapper. This is gonna progress our fishing quite a bit. Now we're up, we can learn that bristle whisker catfish recipe we have. Great. learn that. That'll help us get a few more points, but we also have a ton of boiled clams that we can make. And I mean, if we could learn that clam chowder recipe too. I don't remember where we got that. I think, oh, that's from that dude that's in on the beach in Westfall, and we can't. So I guess you'd have to go to the Booty Bay vendor if we really wanted clam chowder. But as you saw with our paladin, that clam chowder recipe helps you level up because it takes this clam meat and lets you continue to get levels off it for a long time.
At your back.
Learn this bristle whisker catfish recipe. Oh, that was good. I love that.
What brings you here?
Okay, and that's at the top. Okay, so now it's going to be just boiling the heck out of some clams. We're going to do ourselves a clam boil. Yes, we are. I think we threw out our food, so we'll be keeping a stack of 20 of these boiled clams as well. Now, they're already down to green, but so long as they're at least green, I'll keep furnishing the water for them. Because we've jumped up to... I wasn't even looking, and all of a sudden we're 115. Gee willikers. I mean, so many clams by hunting on that shore. Once... we have to go all the way out to freaking Desolus, though, to level up our cooking, so that is a pain. To get there, we have to travel through the Charred Vale, is the best way to get there. So that is a journey that take us... We're just not quite ready for it, but we're gonna have to make a detour to go there. Crab cakes are now lower. All we need to be is 125, which will give us some training, more training that we can do. Okay, let's buy more water. I mean, I just don't know if 120 is going to stop it or not. So that's why I'm just going to buy 5 stacks for now. We'll get to 120, which is good. I would ideally like... There we go, we're at 120, and we can still get some. Now, sagefish is already yellow. Now we're 121, I love it. Okay. Stack of 20. Add that to our thing. 122. If we can get to 123, we're in good shape. And I mean, we got a chance for sure. With 9 shots to get there. We'll find out. Fingers crossed, because then that will get us to that 125. It's a nice threshold. Alright, last 5. We wasted 5 chances of the 9. We're at 4 chances left. 3 chances. 2 chances. Oh, come on. There we go. We got it at the end. Fantastic. Okay. We don't have any of these other things, but now we can make these bristle whisker catfishes. We get us right to 125. Great. We can sell this. We can sell that. We got 220 stacks. I love it. Okay. So good shape there. Now we can also talk to the cooking trainer here
In Shadow Prey
and learn
Village
goblin devil clams, which is another really good one. It's the next level of clams. So now as we find tangy clam meat, which happens as you fight Naga and stuff, we'll be good to go. Alright, so now we need to look for the leatherworking guy. Don't see any up here. Probably down here in this next tier. I see alchemy, so I wonder if jobs are there. And then we still have to get that quest before we hearth back. Armors, archery, fruits and veggies, chanting, alchemy. There's a guard that won't talk to us. Baskets. Okay. These, and I don't... That's a skinning trainer. Oh, so this armor is the leatherworking trainer. Donation of wool.
Peace, friend.
Leather armor merchant. Nothing special there. Alright, so here's an expert leatherworker. This is also where we will always have to continue to come back.
The Earth Mother has inspired your hands.
Alright, so where's the... That's artisan. She's the best for the horde that you can get. Where's our flyer? Tailor. There we go.
Looking for something special?
Alright, so I think buying this ammo pouch is our best bet. We need 4 sets, so we need 16 coarse thread. Okay, and then we're going to create all. We can make 4 of these, which is going to only leave us with 8 leather. Kind of lame. Hopefully we can find something that is less. This is also costing us 40 copper per, and they sell for only 25. So we lost money leveling that up. I hate that. But now we can...
I am pleased with your progress so far. Surely the Earth Mother has
Boss
inspired
leather
your
boots and
hands.
gloves. So let's see if those are any better. Boss leather boots are 48. No, because we just got these great upgrades. Boss leather gloves are white, but they are 3, and the boots are only 8. So at least these are going to be slightly cheaper.
I have just the thing for you.
Upgrade, but we can only do 2 of them. So these only cost us 20 to upgrade, and I bet you they sell for more than 25. Even if they only sold for 25, we would still be getting an advantage here. So leatherworking is still quite low. They sell for 71. So now at least we make a profit.
Ancestors
Very minimal,
watch over
but
you.
we make one. Okay, so now let's take our light armor kits and apply it to our new gear. Okay.
It's still recharging.
We have a full new set. Oh, our pants are not new. We have 3 out of 4 new pieces. So that's another 32 pieces of points of armor that we just gained. Not too shabby. Okay, so leatherworking is as good as it can get for right now. Now we just have to pick this quest up. And then we can hearth back to Orgrimmar, but now we've done all of our leveling up. We have done fishing, first aid, cooking, skinning, leatherworking. We've checked all boxes, and we don't have a level to actually, from a character perspective. So now once we pick this quest up, until death do us part, we are ready to roll, and go to Undercity, and we'll check as we go. Oh, this is actually underground. Serpent Bloom is a Wailing Caverns quest. We will do that. We'll pick that up as we start to move into Barrens. This is the Pools of Vision. I guess we haven't been in here yet. You happen to be a caster type of person.
Filthy scum! Leaves me for his damn crusade, because the light is the most important thing we have against the threats the undead pose. Well, what about his children? What about me? Night after night, I sat patiently waiting for him, always second to his blasted duty. Well, witness what justice brings you, adventurer. He's dead, and I'm bearing the very thing he was trying to stop. Take this piece of junk and put it on his tomb at the sepulchre. I want nothing to do with it anymore, or him.
Alright, so Clarice Falster wants us to place, this is on Uriev's grave. Over here, that's where Serpent Blue is, that's Apothecary Zama. And this is also where you could get portal trainers if you wanted to have a portal to Thunder Bluff. I don't know, I guess I have done mages. Okay, let's hearth now. So we have this quest. We can actually also do Until Death Do Us Part. We've actually picked up a quest. We can start our walkthrough. So let's go back over Silverpine. Until Death Do Us Part. There we go. We've picked this quest up. Actually, that's a snapshot. That's only level 15, and that's pretty far down into the quest list for Silverpine, so not the most robust zone. So the fact that we're already level 19, this zone should provide us not a lot of problems. Yeah, these Firewood ambushes, that's a 15 elite, like, we're gonna be in good shape. I think as we come down, no, we want the Lost Death Stalkers quest. We are gonna fly. Okay, Resting in Pieces, that's a level 17. That starts to be the toughest quests in the area. Deathstalkers and Shadowfang and Shadowfang Keep, so it's quite the same. Journey to Hillsbred is level 20, but that's the breadcrumb that takes you to the next zone. which is appropriate to be starting at about level 20. In Undercity proper, do we have anything that we need to pick up? Sometimes I forget looking down there, but no, the Book of Ur is maybe that's Shadowfang Keep. Possible that it is. Oh, I wish I had Ghost Wolf form. Not having Ghost Wolf form is lame. Alright, so we spent the first half of our episode doing maintenance, and that is okay. Because, my own guild is Holstein Molten Colton. Because we've taken so much time off from this character.
What's up? Of course, there's no danger in everything catching flames and
Alright, so Raven Crest with a K. That's cool. Alright, so we are now waiting on the Zeppelin. When we get there, we are actually going to go into Undercity so that we can fly. Oh! No! Guys, I forgot one thing. The weapon trainer. We need it for axes and swords. Dang it. Oh, bummer. I mean, for daggers. I could have got daggers in the Undercity, but then we'd still have to be remembering to do this at a different point because I'd still have axes to do. Oh, let's make sure we put our food. Glad I remembered it right now. Yeah, we haven't had food since Cactus Apple Surprise. That's how long. That's how lack of. I don't know. I guess we've just, especially these lower levels, taking this time off from a character really allows the discrepancy. Like if you took Glee Contessa and put her up against Glee Console right now, it's quite different. Also, it's kind of not fair that we get a quest that gives us a really OP weapon for a paladin, and all of her quests are going to be about getting her class powers, her different totems. So not the same. Oh, gosh. So slow. Because at least we get the 8% permanent buff with the paladin, and then on my trial run, I'm a druid, so I have cat form with the passive boost and travel form because I'm level 32 or so. That one. And then my mage is my alliance one, so at least I can blink as I run. And then here. Now, she will be great as soon as we get Ghost Wolf form, which will happen in just 4,100 more XP. I'm hamstring kiting 3 raptors at a time with sweeping strikes. It's pretty fun. Okay. Whereas that person says, I can't do anything today, always dying. Kiting is, I mean, really, that's the name of the game. It's pretty cool if you can get good at that. I've never been the best at it. I'm a little bit better, like, at certain times I can be okay. I don't remember which one. I think it's back in here. This might also be where you're learning. Dang it. Well, there's a guard right there. You can tell me. Well, they said they're sick. Man, I stayed up. My son had a sleepover last night. And,
look for Sayak and Hanashi at the Valley of Honor inside Arms of Legend.
Are still
Watch your
sleeping
tongue
right now.
around
So
them,
my
or
wife and I
Sayak may
stayed
decide
up
to
late.
give a piece of you as a
Sometimes we'll
snack
have
to grinning dog.
Sometimes we'll have a late night. We had I have the man cave set up, so I have a pool table back there and outside, and we'll kind of do, you know, we'll have fun with that. We'll play pool, we'll listen to music, and burn the midnight oil. And the kids, we're trying to just sort of wait them out, and we were probably up until about 3 in the morning, and so already I'm like, oh my god.
Greetings, man.
All right, so I can get one-handed access. Great.
So, here to learn how to wield a new weapon or just to waste my time?
Yeah, I have to pay for fist weapons. All right, so I got fist weapons.
What do you need?
So it cost me 30 silver, but that's it. We're now done. You don't have to do that ever again. Cost us 30 silver. Still okay. Said you gain... oh, there's no fist weapon skill. It's an unarmed skill, I believe. But now I can use the actual fist weapon part. Okay. But more importantly, now I can do daggers and axes. So now, with this bad boy, 8.5 is not the DPS I want. Overall, stat-wise, this is getting me 6 points of stats, so it's a wash. And then I would gain a little bit of armor. So I'm losing 11.8. So I'm losing over 3 DPS, which at this level is a lot. 3.3 DPS to gain 15 armor, no. No spanks. Even though this is a more damage oriented. So this would be more if I was focusing on the damage, whereas this is better for my healing. But no big deal. So anyway, went to bed. Those kids were still up. And you know, we're being lenient. Kids just got out of school for the summer. They had a celebratory sleepover, my son and his best friend. They're just playing video games. I got up to do my old man middle of the night urination. And it was probably like 5:36 a.m. And, but not exactly middle of the night, but wasn't ready to get up yet. That's funny. And, those kids are still up. I like that. It was the corpse of GDKP and the corpse of classic WoW. Just laying there in Orgrimmar. It's pretty funny. Someone's making a statement. Seems like the kind of statement that my bike is gone would make. Kind of a trolley kind of player, not literally a troll, but he's always in this server cluster pretty much if you play all the time. Although I have seen him a lot less lately. He was on for a hot minute where if you played regularly at any time of day, he was on there. And I don't know, maybe my time of day has shifted. I don't know. This is the only game I pretty much play lately. My son and I did just start a new game. I'm trying to do the father-son bonding well, you know, for a 13-year-old, where because I'm a gamer and he's a gamer, we just do different kinds of games. I'm trying to tap into that while I still can. You know, once you get older, I feel like if you build that foundation, then you can tap back into it. But my dream would be like to have, even when my son goes off to college, or if he moves away, who knows what life will happen as he becomes an adult. The dream would be to be able to still get online an online game with my son. So trying to kind of sort of build that foundation. not like I'm just starting now. I've tried to do it his whole life. Because my other son, who is 22, 24, 25, I think 22. It's hard. As I get older, my kids are all in their 20s and little. My oldest daughter is turning 25, I think. Her birthday's coming up in like a month. And she's born in 99, so that would put her at 25. And then my other daughter is like not quite 2 years older than her. She's 2 years. I mean, the difference is not quite 2 years. I think the difference, because her birthday's in March, so I think it's 2 years most of the time, but between March and July, there's that gap where it's only 1 year. So she's already had her birthday. So right now it's a 1 year gap. So she's 23. And then my other son is 1 year. Father of the year over here. His birthday's October. So same kind of deal, I bet. I bet you it's 2 year gap most of the time. Because otherwise mathematically it doesn't work out. But then from that October to March blend, he's probably caught up and it's only a 1 year gap, so it's back to 2 years. So she's 23. That means he's 21. Not 22. I don't know why I keep trying to age him up to 22. But anyway, I tried to start that foundation, I think, a little too late with him. And he's also a different kind of kid. Like, we had a foundation in sports. I coached him, and we had that growing up. But when he became a teenager, he just rebelled so hard, and he, almost on principle, like, when he went through that phase of entering teenagehood, he just decided to be fundamentally diametrically opposed for anything that I was involved in, anything that I did. So I'm good at computers, I'm good at math, I pushed my kids to do college, I'm into sports, I'm into gaming. So he just moved himself away from all of those things. Politically, he took the opposite view. So he just surrounded himself with people. We had a couple people in my family. His grandfather, who has now passed away. His friends at school. He just found a tribe, that embodied everything that wasn't that. So that's okay too, and he's worked as not exactly a mechanic light, like a discount tire or discount auto, that kind of place. But he just never, he never pursued any kind of higher education, any kind of certification, any kind of anything like that. He's never financially secure, kind of living off other people, which is what you have to do when you don't get yourself a plan to get yourself financially secure. You gotta rely on the kindness of others. And then hopefully, he's still young. 21 is very, very young. Hopefully he'll just turn that around. But the people that he's taken on as role models do not inspire a lot of confidence in terms of that. But again, he's young. But because of that, we just have a very icy relationship. He doesn't come around for most holidays. I did see him on Mother's Day, but it was almost accidental. I don't think he expected us. I don't know. I don't know. So it's not all, it's not all very hard, especially just playing the numbers. It's hard if you have 4 kids. At least in my experience, it's hard to balance that all out, make it all work and succeed. I would have obviously done things differently in hindsight.
What?
How may I be of service?
Alright, so we're going to Sepulchre. Eastern Kingdoms is all we have explored with this character. We have a lot. It's a little bit easier as a horde to get these different pieces. So now we're going to fly there, and we've taken 3/4 of the episode, but at least we can start picking up some quests. This is a real maintenance and housekeeping episode. It's going to get tagged as Silverpine Forest Part 1, but there's just almost nothing that. Yeah, there's just almost nothing that we have to do. Hate it when that happens. Alright, so what we really want to do, level-wise, it's best to start with these guards up here. That's the lowest level quest to start the zone, but we have a nice cluster we can pick up here in Silverpine, so we'll start our episode by just picking up. We'll turn in Death to His Part, and we'll get a lot of quests for our log here. And then we'll have the option to kind of set off in one or two directions, and we'll set off and see what we can get accomplished on these first couple things. I'm not even worried about not checking in for a rested XP area, because we're probably maxed on rested XP. Yeah, rested XP is 22k, which is more than a level. I don't know if there is a max. I would imagine that there is, but I thought it was like 2 full XP bars. But if we can't reach there after taking like almost a month off, then we're never gonna get X. There are other times too when this just happens. All right, so here we're gonna put the thing on there. Oh, we're opening up his tomb. The stone is cold to the touch, but has obviously been abused. Trash litters the area, nicks and gashes decorate the relief atop the coffin, and the foliage around the grave has started to grow over the site. No one cares for whoever is buried here, especially not any victims of the plague. You place the worthless pendant on the grave, and the gemstone within the setting seems to dull noticeably. As you stand to leave, you look down at the pendant. It lies lifelessly over the hands of the relief sculpted into the top of the coffin. Your thoughts are interrupted by a stiff, cool breeze passing over the sepulchre. For a moment, everything around you is silent. So that's just a bummer. So we finished until death do us part. First one done. We can read the tombstone also. The word betrayer is crudely scratched over the finely etched epitaph that reads, Uriv lies here. Father, husband, paladin, let his children bear witness to the fact that his dedication to the light was unquestionable. He would never ask anything of them that he himself would not do. You know, for some reason there's a glitch when it tries to give us the stone background. I don't know if that's LVY that's causing that glitch. Something causes it. Alright, so what do we got here? Let's look at exploring Sepulchre. We have poison supplies, which we don't need.
Our time will come.
I like. Someone said, "Wow, I like that recipe." I have that on one of my my wife. Okay, let's pick these up.
I am forsaken.
Dark Lady has put the challenge forth. Now it is up to the Royal Apothecary Society to develop a new plague. We shall bring Arthas and his wretched army to their knees.
Arthas's numbers are overwhelming, but with a new plague we could eradicate both the Scourge army and the human infestation once and for all. My studies have proven that spider blood combined with a toxin derived from a grizzled bear heart results in a deadly elixir. Collect samples from the spiders in the skittering dark to the northwest, and from the bears wandering throughout the Silverpine Forest. Deliver the reagents to Master Apothecary Farinell of the Royal Apothecary Society in the Undercity.
Alright, so he's giving us this.
The Royal Apothecary Society is under extreme pressure from the Dark Lady to develop a new plague. We are working diligently and have made much progress. It is our belief that the success will be achieved much faster if we share information amongst the Society. For that reason, I want you to deliver my latest findings to Apothecary Leiden in Terran Mill, a small town nestled in the Hillsbrad foothills. The journey will be a long one. Head south and stick to the roads. Follow the signs closely.
Okay, so we have a mission to kind of get some reagents throughout the woods and then take it back to the Undercity, and then we have our breadcrumb to Hillsbrad. So we picked up a recipe for death and Journey to the Hillsbrad foothills. So a recipe for death part 1 and Journey to the Hillsbrad foothills, which is probably just one of the last ones. Level 20. So we picked those two bad boys up. And these are the kind of the apothecary quest chain. This is the inn.
What is...
Rest your weary bones for a spell.
Okay, what, you got anything for me, innkeeper? Nope, but we could buy whatever, water and milk if we need from there. Okay, so here we have Andrew Hilbert with trade goods. He does have some things for us. He's got smoked bear meat. Also, he's got these leather working recipes. 2 of them. So they're going to take up some inventory space for a while, but...
Your interruption is costing me valuable time. This had better be good.
Oh, let's learn that smoked bear meat recipe and get that out of there. The sealed findings of Apothecary Renfrew, we can't learn that. We also have some learning to do to get our leatherworking up to snuff. Nothing else that really has. That's a minor trainer, but there is one down here, so that's good.
This had better.
He's got 3 quests. Hello, Shaman.
If you're here, then you must know that Silverpine is saturated with our enemies. To survive, the Forsaken must drive them back.
A couple weeks ago, 2 of our
the main reason we had to
Deathstalkers,
come here
Rain and
first.
Quinn Yorick, were sent on a reconnaissance mission through northern Silverpine. We have not heard from them. They may have become victim to the Scourge, though if that is true, then I want it confirmed. Find these Deathstalkers. Their first objective was to scout the farms in northern Silverpine. You should begin your search there.
And now we're not going to get Deathstalkers and Shadowfang because that's the dungeon quest.
Our initial
Once the Dead
scouting
Fields.
reports of Silverpine show the Rothides have a base at an old farm to the north, the Dead Fields. We have sent small assaults against them, but each time they are reinforced by the Banshee Nightlash, who uses her magic to rout our forces. We want Nightlash destroyed. Go to the Dead Fields and assault the Rothides. If you don't see Nightlash, then kill the Rothides until she appears. Then defeat her. Her essence will turn to dust. Bring me that dust as a proof.
Okay.
Our time
So we just
will
picked
come.
up Lost Deathstalkers and then the Dead Fields. So 2 more quests picked up. Lost Deathstalkers is, yeah, that's an early one. Pick up. And then the Dead Fields. There we go. These are all pretty low level things. Are they even worth XP? The Dead Fields is barely, but the Lost Deathstalkers, no. Okay, we still have quests we can pick up. Okay, so as we come out of here, there's probably more stuff on this side of the graveyard. Oh, here's a Shadow Priest Alistair.
What would you ask of death?
Information. With our scouts and agents, we control the flow of information in Lordaeron. Scourge movements, their holdings, all underneath our watchful eyes.
As you may know, the town of Ambermill remains a source of human opposition, mainly through the support they receive from the wizards of Dalaran. I don't know
Weird.
what their plan is, but for them to show interest in a backwater village like Ambermill indicates that it must have some greater importance. They've been shipping crates by the wagon from Hillsbrad. Many of those supplies end up at a small camp north of Pyrewood Village. Retrieve the contents of a crate and return them to me. I have received reports that a group of undead are holding up to prepare for an attack against us. Armed with this information, we can turn the tables and attack them first, nipping their little plan in the bud. Unfortunately, my information is spotty at best. They are reported to be hiding in a location known as Baron's Peril. The exact location is unknown, but it appears to be a cave in the hills near a pocket of Dalaran wizards. I trust your resourcefulness. Find them and put them down.
Okay.
Trust no one.
I'll send this one to Hermione because I have that silver bar and I'm going to need the bag space. Yeah, I mean, it's not really... It sells for like 1 silver. She'll pay an arm and a leg on the auction house. And we are, like I said, we're going to need the bag space, so we might as well just... I don't think as a leather worker we need much silver bars anyway. Alright, so we just picked up Border Crossings and Baron's Peril, and Border Crossings was essentially saying they've got Dalaran wizards that have some crates we gotta go look at, and then Baron's Peril is Ravenclaw, Drudgers and Guardians. So there's a bunch of undead down in this place, Baron's Peril. It's down here. That's one of the higher level quests in the zone that we need to do. So
I have exactly what you need.
all right. So
Victory for Sylvanas.
let's check that up. So Border Crossings and Baron's Peril. So Border Crossings probably a easier one. Yeah, right where we just were at. And then Baron's Peril probably near the bottom. Yeah. One of the toughest ones in the zone. Because that's 21 or whatever. That's actually a little higher than we are at right now. Alright, now this guy has Aragorn must die, which we don't want that. Oh look, I just looked there, I'm being OCD.
Speak quickly.
The Kirin Tor did not heed my warnings. The Alliance is a sham. Aragorn is a reckless fool.
We don't want
Lady
that. We do want
Silverpine has
proof.
charged Varimathras with the conquering of the human and dwarven lands to the south. But that fool, Arugal, charlatan of Dalaran and now cursed beast of Shadowfang Keep, let his reckless magic wreak havoc with the strategic stronghold of Silverpine Forest. I need someone skilled in the ways of combat to help clean up Arugal's mess. Prove yourself to me by killing 5 Moonrage White Scalps. The wretched beasts can often be found just off the road down the hill below.
Okay, so
Where the living.
we've now just picked up Prove Your Worth, probably Prove Your Worth 1 or something like that. I bet you it's a chain. Maybe not. No, it's actually the lowest level quest in the zone. Oh, it's because it's the one to kill the very, very easy little werewolves that are around here. So that's a chain. It's just, they're just not all called Prove Your Worth, but it will...
What now? Beware the living.
So they didn't need it. Oh well.
What do
If
you
anything, they
require?
just send it back, or just it's not a big deal.
I haven't got all day. Shadow.
I was gonna say
Goodbye.
nothing in there worth selling. Okay, so the only 2 quests left in this zone, or in this little area, are dungeon quests for Shadowfang Keep, which we're not doing. And that's it. So I think actually now we're probably 2 minutes from the end of the episode. That's not even enough time to walk up there. So we'll work on starting these. We'll call this a transition. Episode, no, I won't even necessarily call it Silverpine Forest Part 1. I'll call it something else. So for the people that hate the housekeeping episodes or episodes where I'm talking about crap that's boring, they can know, just skip this one. Alright, but we did it. We have another episode in the pipe, 5x5. We got back with our Gleekin Soul here, and we are ready to rock and roll in the next episode of Lore of Warcraft. Thanks everyone for tuning in. See ya.